Thank you for joining me this evening, everybody. It is currently 8:38 p.m. here Central Time. Today we are doing double winter storm coverage here. We've got one winter storm ongoing in the Midwest and then another one ongoing in the Northeast here, and we're going to be watching both of them tonight. Now, the reason I am doing this stream is because I have felt a little bad. I've not been doing quite as much content recently, so I thought, you know what? Why don't we just go live for a little bit covering winter storms? And I mean, these are not anywhere near the worst winter storms we've had thus far this winter, but they are pretty significant. And I figured, you know what? Maybe it's nicer just to have a calmer period of weather stream. But we're still going to be looking at some dangerous conditions here, okay? So the thumbnail is terrible. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Hello, Mr. Phantom. Nice to see you're already tuning in here. But yeah, today we're going to be looking at two dangerous winter storms. Right now, we only have two winter alerts in effect here in terms of ongoing important ones. Those are our special weather statements, right? So we have one here in portions of Kansas for some heavier bands of snow that are currently moving through the area here, like around Salina, Wichita, Newton, Hutchinson, McPherson, even in Kansas. Okay, so we could be looking at some stronger wind gusts with that system as well. Winds gusting around 35 to 45 miles per hour. And then we've got our other winter storm here that's currently ongoing in the Northeast. We actually have a lake effect snow warning for this one and a special weather statement here. We are seeing snow rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour, which is pretty extreme, all right? This system could also bring whiteout conditions, so look out for that for sure. We've really got a whole big system of snow here. Thank you, Mr. Phantom. I'm glad to see that you're enjoying the videos, and I appreciate the compliment there. But anyway, we do have two special weather statements, like I was saying, but we have a ton of other winter alerts here, right? We've got ice storm warnings, winter weather advisories, winter storm watches, a whole line of wind chill warnings, watches, and advisories, all right? So it's pretty intense right now. We also have two lake effect snow warnings, one of them being this one up here in New York, and then our other lake effect snow warning being, where is that at? I believe that's near the Midwest. No, that's actually right here as well. Okay, so we got both of our lake effect snow warnings right here, and they're saying that we could see snow accumulations just from the lake effect of 3 to 6 inches. Actual totals will be much higher than that possibly, so we'll take a look, but that area is not going to see much other than lake effect anyway, I guess. So yeah, probably 3 to 6 inches for the just north of Syracuse region. Alright, if you have any questions about your specific location, just go ahead and leave them there in chat, alright? Like I said, there's a huge area that's going to be impacted by this here, alright? We're talking the Deep South, the Midwest, the Northeast. Speaking of the Deep South, in Tennessee recently, 14 people tragically passed away after a deadly winter storm that's only brought about 9 inches of snow, and I think that's because they're so not used to getting that much snow down here in this area that whenever they do, they don't know how to prepare, I feel like. So I feel like everybody was probably driving on the interstate. There was a report of a power line that fell onto a car, which, I mean, it proves that those winter weather outbreaks, those winter storms, can be even more deadly than the tornado outbreaks. Like, seriously, you think of, fun in the snow and wintertime storms, but they are bad, okay? So, I mean, we're probably not going to see anything nearly as bad with this storm here as we did with the Tennessee snowstorm, but I mean, we definitely could. And the only reason I'm saying we're not is because it's going to be in an area that gets snow much more often. Okay, so it could be just as intense, maybe even more intense in some spots than 9 inches of snow, but these areas know how to handle it more. Specifically, South Bend, Indiana. We're going to be looking at a lot of lake effect snow here. I'm surprised they've not issued lake effect snow warnings, but in our winter storm warnings, we do have heavy lake effect snow expected. Total accumulations of 12 to 18 inches. That is insane. Now, that is just for a couple of counties, but I mean, that snow's going to start rolling through here pretty quickly. I should probably use this radar actually here in between Fort Wayne and South Bend. Take a look at the winter weather radar, and we can already see some snow starting to develop there. And the main core is not even there yet. We got a lot of snow here across portions of Illinois. Okay, the Peoria area could be getting some heavy snowfall soon. Got winter weather advisories up for this area here. All right, it is. I mean, it's about as winter as you can get for this winter storm here. We got way below freezing temperatures. We got dangerous wind chills. We got heavy snowfall. It's pretty cool. If you are a fan of the winter, these wind chill advisories extend across portions of Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota. Okay, it's crazy. Got a lot of winter storm warnings in the mix there too. Not quite as many as the advisories, but they are definitely there. So keep an eye out on that. Winter or wind chill watches in effect as well too. But the unusual thing about this storm, right, is that we are seeing wind chill advisories all the way down into northern Mississippi. That is not common. Even for January, that is not common that we see dangerously cold wind chills down here in Mississippi. Okay, so I mean, we take a look at this. Even in like northern to central Mississippi, we're going to be looking at wind chills below zero, which is pretty crazy. We got some hard freeze watches in southern Texas. Hard freeze watches, not just freeze watches, hard freeze watches, and those are in the Houston area as well, which, I mean, it's even more crazy. But the worst of this event will probably stay in this little circle here around the lake effect snow areas, right? Especially, these isolated spots like northwest Indiana, northern Pennsylvania, northeast Ohio, I guess New York here too, okay? Those little circles that I just made there, those are the areas that could see heavy lake effect snow out of this event. We are starting to see the snow kind of continue here around the Rochester, Syracuse area. Why did I go to the velocities? I meant to go to the winter weather radar. You can see that heavy snowfall there. But yeah, it's very intense. The Cleveland, Ohio area could be looking at a few inches of snow here. Let's get some details. Total snow accumulations of 5 to 10 inches. Wow. So I guess we could actually go ahead and turn on a snow forecast model here. Let's see. How do we do that? I'm not used to using Radar Omega to do this. Models. Let's see here. Regional. NAM 12K. I mean, that's not really what I was looking for, but I guess that could work. Oh, wait, here we go. Total snowfall. Yes, that's what I want. Let's see here. Yeah, total snowfall 10 to 1. Okay, so let's play this loop out here. So we'll stop it at around here. 20th, 9 a.m. The 20th, that would be Saturday. All right, Saturday morning. We are looking at extremely heavy snow in between now and then. We can see that lake effect snow start to build up there where some areas on the lake could get multiple feet of snow. And even areas in northwest Indiana, I mean, these models are probably exaggerating it a little bit. You're probably not actually going to see 28 inches of snow, but it is not completely out of the question. And you know what? Maybe I should actually back this up a little bit because this could be including a different system here. So you know what? Let's back it up. Let's go out to like hour 25. Okay, this is tomorrow night. Between now and tomorrow night, almost 18 inches of snow. We go to 30 hours. I mean, maybe that is real. Okay, so we go back to our 39 hours out. Even if this is multiple systems, it doesn't matter. Between now and the 20th, this model is predicting 28 inches here for a very isolated bit of Indiana, I should point out. Michigan City, specifically just east of it, in between Michigan City and Springfield. And it's probably highly exaggerated. I don't think there's any way you actually get over 28 inches of snow there. But, I mean, apparently this model says you will. Let's see, by tomorrow evening you'll have 17 inches. That's probably what you'll get from this system. That seems a bit more realistic. I think that was including another system that could be coming in, but 17.7 inches in isolated areas for this system here, and that's what the winter storm warnings are reading. Okay, that's a bit more accurate. Mountains of West Virginia here, Appalachia, could be looking at heavy snowfall as well. Within the next 24 hours, you could get upwards of 20 inches. Again, that's probably a little high, but, I mean, we go ahead and read the winter storm warnings here. I mean, they are saying 3 to 6 inches, so, I mean, either that's way underreporting or this model is just bad. We're looking at the NAM 12K. Oh, I see what's happening here. Alright, that's my bad for looking at the NAM. Sometimes the NAM will over-exaggerate very specific spots and say they're going to get way more snowfall than what they actually are. This is much more accurate. Okay, sorry about that, guys. They call that getting NAMmed in the weather community. I just got NAMmed. No, I hope people don't watch that part of the stream and think they're gonna get 20 inches of snow. Okay, well, next 24 hours, looks like in northwest Indiana we could be looking at over 6 inches of snow, but this lake effect will last longer than 24 hours, so we'll go 48 hours. We see over 10 inches of snow potentially there in an isolated spot in northwest Indiana. That makes a whole heck of a lot more sense. Okay, that area in West Virginia we were looking at near Snowshoe. Let's see here, we've got about 10 inches predicted, and the most amount of snow in that entire area is 10 inches, it looks like. And it's looking like this winter storm warning is reading 6 to 12 inches, so yeah, that was my bad. I did not realize I was looking at the NAM 12KM. That is not a great model for doing these ensemble runs, but that's my bad. And it is good at other things. Specifically, like the NAM 3K, I think is much more accurate, but it doesn't matter. Let's actually go ahead and take a look back at the radar here, see what's going on right now. Forget about what's going to happen. What's going on right now? Well, like we were saying, heavy snow here north of the Syracuse, Rochester area starting to build up. Let's switch that back to the winter weather radar. I don't know why I put that on reflectivity. And then we've also got that huge special weather statement here in Kansas that is bringing some gusty snow showers with it. All right, so again, gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour, and that warning's up for the next hour, so probably avoid driving in that area for the next hour. It is late at night, but I mean, you may want to avoid driving if possible if you are in the areas with heavy snowfall tonight, because gusty winds, heavy snowfall creating reduced visibility and slick spots. I mean, it's not a good combination to be on the roads during an event like this, so definitely going to want to get off the roads if possible. Only drive if it's an absolute emergency in like a situation like this, I would say. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna end the stream here. This was meant to just kind of be a quick update. I figured, let's do something fun. Let's go live. Looks like Mr. Phantom tuned in. And it looks like that might have been it. But I think this is a good stream that you can watch back and kind of say, oh, okay, that's a nice weather forecast. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm kind of just zooming around here at the local radars and the peak of this event. Looks like just southwest of Pikeville here. We've got a decent snow core developing, actually. So look out there. Heavy snow coming in towards Jenkins. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, or this live. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in